Kremlin was the brainchild of two men back in 1999, two lovely guys, one called Seamus and the other Andre. Back in those days it was a very brave thing for those men to do, and certainly the team that they had around them. Northern Ireland, in terms of how far it's come since then in relation to the LGBTQA plus community, has changed drastically. But back then, you know, those guys really did go out on a limb, saw the need for a safe space, a venue for people like myself and everybody else that was here at the time to go to meet up with friends, to socialise and to feel safe, but still have a good night out. Kremlin has become somewhat of a household name, as it were. It's very recognisable in terms of its design concepts, the logo, even the aesthetics inside. It has become something that is much more than just a nightclub. Certainly, you know, to me anyway, and I know to others, it's not really just a nightclub. There's a real culture around it. You come here, you know, 6 nights a week that we're open, and you see the same faces on different nights, and it becomes a community. You see old friends, new friends, people coming back then for Christmas that you haven't seen. So there is a much bigger aspect to it than it just being a nightclub. There is a sense of it being the cornerstone, really, of the gay community and the LGBTQIA plus community across Northern Ireland as a whole, which is really quite, I find it quite humbling to now be part of that legacy. The hope for the next 25 years, I mean, it's quite a long time frame, because you never know what's going to happen. Like, we saw that happen in 2019. This room actually went up in flames New Year's Eve 2019. Then we had the COVID-19 pandemic. You never know what's going to happen day to day. But for us, we would just love to see Kremlin still here in 25 years. What that looks like is probably quite hard to define, because we as a society, we as a community are constantly changing and evolving, and this building and the people who work for it will do exactly the same thing. So it's very hard to define where we will be in 25 years. I would just love to know that in 25 years, this building is still here and is still Kremlin at its heart.